Welcome to Culture No Cap. I'm your host, Eric Spencer, along with co-host Reverend Eric Helton in the building. What's up, man?
What's good, man?
I see you got that ugly hat on.
Yeah, I put it on just for you. Yeah, two of my Final Four is out, but I couldn't think of a better two to be out than those two.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming, though, to be honest with you, man. That was kind of...
I ain't see it coming.
You didn't. I know you didn't.
No, I picked them for the Final Four.
Yeah. Tar Heels, they out. That's all right. We'll be back next year, maybe.
Doubt man, y'all ain't gonna have all them old men next year. Y'all might have old RJ, though.
Man, if we get RJ back, we'll be good.
He played so well this year in that last game. That's probably gonna leave a sour taste in his mouth. Mm-hmm. Plus, you got the NIL. He'll probably be back.
Man, I hope so, man. We need him. We definitely need RJ.
But they say these new guys y'all got coming in the backcourt supposed to be run.
We'll see. We'll see, man.
I mean, I just know my guy's still playing.
Yeah. Y'all are. Yeah, I didn't think y'all was gonna beat Houston, though. I really didn't. That really shocked me.
They showed heart. They fought because the way the game started, I was like, here it is, men playing against kids, and you can see it. But they played hard, and Duke haters are gonna say, well, their best player got hurt. At the time he got hurt, he played 13 minutes. He was 1 for 5. He was getting shut down anyway.
Yeah. Congratulations, I guess. I'm going for NC State. Surprise.
Wow, you never thought you'd say that, huh?
I never thought I'd say that.
Hey, at least the ACC is going to get at least one team in the Final Four.
Yep. Hopefully it's not y'all.
And I'm going to tell you, it don't really matter who get there. Unless UConn slip on a banana peel, don't matter.
Yeah. All right, man. Not going to waste any more time. You know what it is. You know what we're talking about. Everybody who's not living under a rock. We got to talk Diddy, man.
I didn't take my head off. I've seen it.
Yeah, I seen it, man. Let's talk a little Diddy. I'm going to play the clip. We'll go from there. Get a reaction.
Begin right now with exclusive information on the latest in the Diddy investigation. I have learned from sources that investigators have found several weapons inside his homes. Several. They also have found videos. It's been reported that Diddy has collected images of people in compromising situations at his residences. TMZ now obtained this video inside his home in Los Angeles after the raid by federal agents. It's reported that Diddy is the target of a sex trafficking investigation that comes after he was hit with a wave of civil lawsuits alleging sexual assault and trafficking.
Yeah. Now, when you saw this, how did you feel, man, when you saw this raid take place?
My first thought was they're not looking for no reason.
Yeah.
To coordinate raids at both houses. They know something. It's interesting that he hasn't been charged with anything yet, though.
That's my issue. He hasn't been charged. Everything we talk about on here is alleged. It's just allegations, no charges. But serious allegations.
They're serious. They're serious, but and I guess the I don't understand how time frames should work. It seemed like to me when they did this, they should have already had an arrest warrant and charged him. But for some reason, they ain't charged him yet. So did they not find what they thought they were going to find? She just said they found videos of people in compromising positions. It's the sad thing about it. The really, really sad thing about it is if he hadn't done anything, he's still done. He can't outrun this. Yeah,
his reputation alone is damaged.
Yeah, he can't outrun this.
Yeah, and a lot of people are celebrating this. It's strange to me how many people are celebrating the demise of somebody.
That's not a hater mentality. It's one thing to be interested because these people are public figures.
Right.
It's another thing to be happy. What did Diddy do to you?
Yeah. Besides, make great music. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. So, I mean, why do you hate him so bad that you gotta make fun of it? You gotta celebrate the fact that he's got this stuff going on. Man, this is a lot for a person to deal with. This is a lot for a guilty person to deal with. If he's innocent, man, it's a whole lot for an innocent person to deal with.
Yeah, because we don't know. That's the thing. People are already just, assuming that he's guilty without any real evidence. If they had real evidence, trust me, they would have locked him up.
He'd have been locked up.
For
So
sure.
that's my thing. But what's taking you so long? Because I know it took you time to get these warrants to go into these two places and coordinate them right together. That took time. So you didn't. What's taking you so long now? After you've got all this to charge this man with something.
Yeah, and all the allegations. We're talking about sex trafficking. We're talking about drugs. We're talking about guns. I mean, these aren't little minor things we're looking at. So at some point, they either gonna have to arrest him. Something's got to happen soon.
And it's funny how they word something. I was at the barbershop this morning, and Catherine said, back in the day, they used to call it pimping and prostituting. Now they call it sex trafficking. It's like they made it even sound worse. But I mean, what?
You're right though. She got a point because pimping, which I mean is illegal, but it's different, right?
It's different. But yeah, I don't know if he did do this, then yeah, there need to be repercussions.
Yeah, for sure.
If he didn't, he's still feeling the repercussions, and that's not right.
Yeah, and they were saying that he fled to Antigua, as they were saying, but it wasn't true. He was in Miami with his daughters for spring break. He looked unbothered, man. He looked like he was good. I mean, he wasn't worried.
And it may be he's like, I ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
Or it could be, man, I got the money to get past this.
Could be either one.
It could just be tone deaf.
That too. We don't know. I mean, at this point, again, just allegations. Nothing's been proven. He hasn't been arrested. But the world is just like, these stories are coming in and they just trying to, I hate to say they're trying to destroy his name.
They are.
But it feels like it, man. It feels like a Bill Cosby type situation, run his name through the mud. And it's sad to me, bro. Like I was telling somebody, it's like the soundtrack. He made the soundtrack for high school into college. Like you can't take that away.
No.
And I feel like that's what they're trying to take away. And I'm not sure that they have enough evidence to really convict him.
I mean, if they did, I feel like we would see something. They would do something, as opposed to, we busted up in your house, and you're saying that he got a bunch of guns. If those guns registered, this is America. Now, the videos of people in compromising positions, if that's true, who is it?
Yeah.
So, prove to me that he's got those. I can't just take your word anymore because people lie.
Yeah. And like I said, like you said, if this is true, he deserves to be locked up. If this is true, if he's sex trafficking and all these things. But I think they're using his reputation already. Like, we know he's a partier. He likes younger women. We all know that. He's flashy. That's been him from the beginning. And he had things happen, man, between the shooting in the nightclub in 99 to the fight with Steve Stout to I mean, it goes on and on. There's been some issues there.
Yeah, he grew up. He's living how he grew up.
Yeah.
He's just got money.
Mm-hmm.
But all of that doesn't necessarily mean that he did this. And he may have just been a bad boyfriend.
Possibly. Or a freak. That's what I told somebody at the barbershop. I said, could it be that he's just a freak?
It very well could be.
He's into that. I mean, he may be bisexual, fluid as they call it now. He's into that stuff, to each his own, which is, whatever. But that could be the case. They're using his sexual fluidity.
to punish him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I would just like, if you're gonna try to bring this man down, have proof. Let him be guilty of the things you're accusing him of. If you don't have it, get that man's name out your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, you're looking at, so 50 got involved, of course, because
he's the professional troll, man.
Yeah, because 50's ex, Daphne Joy, is allegedly involved as for trafficking drugs or being a sex worker or whatever they.
Yeah.
That's sticky, man. I mean, that's his ex.
It's a lot, man. It is, and maybe that's why 50 never liked Diddy anyway.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, man.
So you got your own personal agenda. Now you see the man falling, and Lord knows you gonna put it out there, because if somebody owe you money, you tell it.
50 is a troll. I mean, we know
he is a troll. He makes some great shows, but he's a troll.
He's a troll. But Daphne, I mean, she alleged that 50 had assaulted her, which is like, really? I mean, all of a sudden you just say, "Oh yeah,
I remember now."
Yeah, it's just hard for me to say believe all women at this point. Is that hard for you to say that?
It's sad, because I'd still venture to say the majority of them aren't lying, but it's hard to believe when you know that some are lying.
Yeah, and this was all sparked with the Me Too movement. But I even say, that whole believe all women is the same thing that got Emmett Till killed. That's the exact same sentiment that
it's the exact.
It is.
Yeah.
So I would say don't bring that back. Let people prove it. That's why we have a court system.
That's it. The days should be over when I can just say you did this and then say we're gonna get them. Show me proof.
Yeah.
If you can prove that he did it, and that's the thing, he shouldn't have to prove to me that he didn't do it. You should prove to me that he did do it. Because we're innocent until proven guilty. Isn't that what the courts say?
That's what they say.
It's never the case.
Yeah, and I think it's gotten worse because of social media and all these irresponsible media outlets. They don't even research anymore. No. They just put out material. They put out all this stuff, just like with Revolt. He didn't sell Revolt yet.
No, but they sure saying he did.
He hasn't sold Revolt. but it's out there.
It's out there.
I don't trust media outlet anymore, man.
The time of investigative journalism or people investigating their sources is over. I heard a story. I'm gonna tell you the story.
Mm-hmm.
And if enough people tell the story, that's gonna make the story true. But what if it's not?
Yeah, you're right. And there used to be a time when you had to not really list your sources, but you did. You had to list sources. At least acknowledge that, you've talked. We reached out to P. Diddy with no comment. You remember that? When they used to put, we reached out to so-and-so, they didn't comment. They don't even do that anymore. They just put out stuff and hope it sticks.
This is what was said. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it ain't good, man. It ain't good. And this brother he's in the fight of his life.
Oh, for sure. It's over. It's over. If
Yeah,
it's
now
true.
how much of this, like you said, is him just being a freak?
Right.
And if that's his lifestyle, and he was your boyfriend, and you knew that was his lifestyle, you can't say no.
Right. What? Well, just like we talked about Cassie, that settlement. So many people I've heard come to me and like, well, why did he settle? I'm like, people do that all the time. People settle
They
just because
figure
they
it's
want
not
to
worth the
go.
headache. That's right.
That's not guilt necessarily. It's settlement. It's a settlement.
Yes. Okay. Why did he settle? Why did she accept it if she was so abused and she wanted him to pay for what he did?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I asked you. So again, I think we've discussed this, but if you were assaulted by this man and you wanted to see him go down, why take the money? We're talking about 40 million, I think it was at some point. I think that was the amount. It was a
100
large.
million.
Was $100 million?
Yeah.
$100 million. I mean, I know why she took it.
Oh, I'd have took it.
I know you said you would have took it, but at the same time,
$100 million. $100 million.
That's a lot of money.
Man.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I took it. I mean, like, look, the scars, they healed up.
Yeah.
I'm going shopping.
100 mil is a lot of money.
$100 million, man.
But at the same time, she probably couldn't afford to fight it too long. She couldn't fight it forever. I mean, he's got more money than
he's got more money. But for $100 million,
yeah,
man, I'm better now.
So do you think that all this stems from? They're saying it stems from him suing the company owned by Ciroc, Diageo. He sued them, and then all of a sudden, all this stuff started coming out.
You never know how things work behind the scenes.
You don't.
I mean, there are some people you can mess with. There are some you can't. And there are sometimes you feel like you got so big that somebody's gonna say, "Let me show you something."
Yeah.
So the same way he would allegedly have videos of people in compromising positions, they might not have video of him, but they're making note of all this stuff. And they say, okay, here's what we got. You want to sue us? Here's what we got for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just to the point. I just don't trust everything I hear anymore. I just don't trust it. I have to see proof. I have to see somebody in court. I don't trust the media anymore. I don't trust these outlets anymore. None of them.
And it's sad because we used to, that's what we held on to. But now you just don't know. And everything has its own slant.
Mm-hmm. They do.
So,
but the reports you see these credible news sources listing TMZ as their resource. I'm like, that used to be like tabloid TMZ. Now it's like that's the main source.
Yeah, the next thing you know, they're gonna have the National Enquirer as their source.
Same thing, yeah.
But yeah, TMZ they catch everything.
Everything.
Yeah, this brother is he's in deep, but he hasn't been charged.
Right. And then other people involved, like this kid that played for Syracuse, Brendan Paul.
Drug mule.
Isn't that that's an aggressive term?
It really is.
Because I'll be honest, when I think of drug mule, I think of somebody putting it in their butt. Let's be honest.
That's what I think. But so Diddy, he probably ain't now at one point a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he have to get in this lifestyle anyway?
It makes no sense unless he's just got so much money he just don't know what to do.
Ain't got nothing else to do. I'm from the streets. I'm play the street game. A lot of these brothers are trying to get out of the game.
Yeah.
Diddy, you reached a point where you were elevated beyond that. If that's true, you can't blame anybody but yourself.
Yeah. I worried about Diddy whenever he was single anyway, at his age, like out here just partying, still hanging with young people.
Man, there's a lot of guys like that though.
They get in trouble too. It's like maybe not on this level, but it's a dangerous game being out here in the world 50 plus partying. It just is.
It is. There's a lot of guys like that. There's a lot of guys that never that never mature.
But it's yeah, you're right. You're right. Some people just get old. They don't grow up.
That's it. And some of them, for some reason, they don't want to settle down.
And he has a lot of yes men. We talk about yes men all the time on this show. I mean, they out
there. Yeah.
So somebody be like, "Hey, bro, you need to chill. I know you into some freaky stuff, but you better don't put it on tape.
The world is mine." Okay.
Yeah. But everybody want a video.
Yeah, if you know that this stuff we're doing is illegal, why are you gonna do that? But they say that's the mentality of people like that, predators and serial killers and things like that. They gotta have something to remind them of what they did. Anybody with common sense knows this is extra evidence that I'm leaving.
Right.
But they got to have something to remind them.
Yeah. I mean, but every time there's a video, R. Kelly, we saw with him, same situation, like the video.
Yeah. Poor R.
Yeah. And I hope this isn't true, man. I hope it's not, but it's not looking good. I'll put it like that.
It doesn't look good at all. But why haven't they charged him? That's all I want to know.
I don't know. Nothing. And we're talking about the raid. It seemed a lot, like it was a lot. There's no right way or nice way to raid a place.
It's really not. It's not, but I mean, they handcuffing his kids, which they say that's standard procedure.
Yeah. No nice way to do it, but it seemed like they were just trying to, mess them up a little bit, rough them up.
And see, you heard that where she said they found videos. Well, see, then another report says, well, he keeps all his videos off-site camera company. So which one is it? Did they find videos, or they couldn't find videos because the videos are at neither one of those houses? They're somewhere else.
That's why I don't know, man.
And that could be why he hadn't been charged with anything, because they ain't got no videos.
Yeah. But like you said, even if this isn't true, his reputation it's over for him. Nobody's gonna work with him.
Yeah, it's shot. But he hasn't been charged. If they found okay, so first off, this is gonna sound really, really sick and really nasty, and it's really untrue. If I have a video of you getting it on with another dude,
thanks.
First off, I'm gonna throw up. But if I just got that video, who's to say I'm keeping it to blackmail you?
Yeah.
I might just be sick and like to watch that. So even if you find videos at his house, how you know they aren't for his own personal entertainment?
Yeah. As long as it's not anybody underage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfectly legal as long as it's not any. You talk about little Rod. Remember Little Rod?
The little boy, yeah.
They put the he said he was actually sexually assaulted and groomed by Cuba Gooding Jr., who's also involved.
Who would have thought?
I mean, Cuba ain't been right in a while, man. Did he already get charged?
Okay, but if and this because we make assumptions. If I'm gonna tell you one of these dudes is gonna get in trouble with all this stuff, and I'm gonna say here's Diddy and here's COWBOY. Who you think's gonna get in trouble?
I'm gonna say Cuba.
You think so? I'm gonna
'Cause
say
he
the
got
dude
nothing
with the
to lose.
flashy. I'm gonna say the dude with the flashy clothes. This is in all the videos that bring Justin Bieber to his house and tell him when you get old enough, this is gonna be your car. That's who I'm gonna pick.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So yeah, there's a whole thing, man. Camp Diddy.
Like
Which is
Neverland.
crazy. Yeah, because he had Usher, which Usher talked about how he I guess prepared him for the industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that weird to you?
No, to me, it's not weird because what are we doing
What do you mean?
outside of this? What are we doing?
What, trying to help the youth? Yeah, that's true.
So with that in mind, is it really weird for Diddy to be trying to help a young person get in?
No, and I guess we're a group doing it. It's me, you, and some other people, as
Yeah.
opposed to one-on-one. Like I mean, people do that one-on-one, but it'd be different if you just had like this kid coming over your house, young man, 14 years old, and
It's different because it's Diddy.
it's different because it's Diddy,
It's
and
different.
he's got a reputation.
Yep. So if he's got a reputation, why he at the house? He ain't got no license. Who took him there?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Go ahead and talk about the parents. Go ahead and get on your
Get
Go ahead.
him.
Usher's parents, Bieber's parents, right?
Yep, get him.
I'm with you in a way with this one because now granted, they are trying to get in the industry, and who better to help you establish yourself in the industry than Diddy?
Okay, but I'm sitting right there.
You gonna be with him?
I'm sitting right there. Yeah, I'm not dropping you off at Diddy house.
That sounds crazy.
Does that make sense? All right, I'll drop you off at Diddy house. Call me when to come pick you up.
And you looking at 14, 15 years old. And Usher actually, he was in Chattanooga. He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and his mom let him go to New York City to hang out with Puff, live with Puff, to get him, get him ready.
So do we are our eyes so wide open that we don't think about how this could affect our kids or what could actually happen to our kids?
I mean, look what happened to Usher. It's a superstar.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes a blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while.
You got him. And Bieber.
Yeah, well, we know how troubled Bieber is, though.
Yeah. And Usher's had his lumps.
So yeah,
see what I did
there. He got him. He give him out too.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. I see what you're saying, but at the same time, if your son or daughter had a chance for stardom, and you knew somebody that knew Puff, let's not even use Puff because that's a nasty word. Let's use Jermaine Dupri. He don't have a history or anything, but making great music.
He got them ridiculous pilgrim socks, but go ahead.
Yeah, his outfit's crazy. It's crazy. But let's say they had opportunity to move to Atlanta and become a star.
I'm going.
You're gonna allow them to go, but you're gonna be with them. And they were like,
going.
well, you will at first. You think you'll stay the whole time? Once you see that you feel comfortable, oh, he's a great guy. Jermaine's nice.
I'm gonna have to feel comfortable. And then maybe that's where my mistake comes. But I ain't gonna feel comfortable after 2 weeks.
Right.
Because I just don't trust him.
Especially, I want to say nowadays, anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime in the industry.
Yeah, you got, man, you've got to. Your children are vulnerable, and they all they want to do is be a star. And if he tell them, okay, well, you do this, and this is what everybody does this. It's not no big deal.
Mhm. Yeah,
They'll end up falling for it.
that's the worst time. 14 years old, impressionable time,
Yeah,
drugs, women.
there's no way out. My kid, either I'm going with my kid or my kid ain't going. Period.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It might not be the best idea to just let your kid go
Yeah,
and explore the world without you. Because there was one kid that went. I mean, that was his stepson, but I'll be Sure's son, Quincy.
yep.
He's what? Do you think it was weird that he was that he was still around? Al B. Sure seemed to be still around, but Quincy didn't look at him like that was his
Yeah,
dad.
like Diddy was his daddy. He even got Diddy's last name. No, it's
Strange.
Quincy Brown. He's Quincy Brown.
He's
Or
Quincy.
did he change it?
He didn't change it, but he obviously lived with him and was around. That could be, like you said, music thing too, because he
Yeah,
does.
well, his show looked just like his daddy. He couldn't deny him anyway.
No, that unibrow serious.
It is real.
It's real.
But yeah, so I wonder how much really involved was Al B. Sure.
It makes you wonder for your kid to live with this man and pretty much never around you.
Yeah. So yeah, I wonder what the problem is there.
Mm-hmm.
But now that all this trouble done started, come on
home.
Yeah, are you doing that for publicity? Because people say, well, that's really Al B. Sure's son, and now you look like you a bad dad.
Something had to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it had to. Because even in situations like that, if most children still know who their biological is,
mm-hmm.
and who mama or who daddy is, but
right.
he just took like Diddy's like, yeah,
dad. Like, nah, I don't know. How do you feel about these people that were around at the parties, partying with Diddy, from Meek Mill to, everybody pretty much went to the Diddy party. Why do you think they're silent now?
Because they was doing some of the same stuff.
You think so?
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell because they might have a tape of me.
That could be the case, or they just don't want to get involved. They don't want no spotlight on them at all. Like, hey,
yeah, but if people know you was there,
yeah, we know Jay was there.
So either you were doing the same thing, or you were being silently complicit to it. So if you ain't really speak up about it,
and can't you just be at the party and just not get involved in that stuff? You could have been at the Puff party and be like, just like Luke. Luke said he knew when to leave.
But see, that's the thing. You got to go though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, time for me to go. I can't stick around and watch this. Sorry.
And that was a red flag. When Luke says it's too freaky,
and that's a little too much. That's a sign that that's a real problem.
This is Luke.
When Luke the man who ruined Freaknik.
He said, "Y'all doing too much, man."
What kind of part? So when they know, and those people in the industry, they all know how crazy Diddy's parties are. And Cat Williams says, sometimes you got to tell Diddy no. Why TD show up?
What TD got to say now? I ain't heard from TD. You heard from TD?
I ain't heard a word.
I want to know what TD got to say.
I bet he done set a light to his wife.
Oh, I bet he has too.
Baby, I don't know why they keep saying this.
Yeah, and that's what this sounds like. A bunch of you know, debauchery type stuff and homosexual.
It really
type
does.
stuff. That's what it sounds like. But is it some illegal stuff?
Because it's immoral. It's against what the Bible teaches us, but it ain't against the law.
Yeah.
If you like doing that thing,
that's what it sounds like.
They can't arrest you for it.
Yeah. But the funny part, not funny, but hip hop has been so homophobic for so long.
Oh, they definitely loosening up that.
Are they? You think?
Man, the men with dresses, purses,
and the fingernails.
Yeah, come on. The feminization of hip hop is real.
It's a real thing. But yeah,
and
people. Go ahead.
When we was growing up listening to it, you never would have thought you get here. Because they're like, they hated them.
Yeah, it was different then. Now it's pretty open, and I mean, like you said, dresses. I seen Kid Cudi. He was on Saturday Night Live with a dress. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, why?
That's what they into. I mean, to each his own, but it just don't seem hip hop to me.
See, now those are the type of things when Uncle Jason Whitlock say stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
and you look at stuff, that's when you be like, okay, you make a little sense now.
Yeah.
Because you can see the feminization of the black male through hip hop.
And why do you think that is? Honestly, why do you think that's been feminized so much?
What is the most scary thing in the world to a white man? A black man.
Yeah, a strong
black man is terrifying. So I feminize you. You're not that as intimidating anymore. Which to me, that's a lot of the reason why I know these brothers say, well, it's funny that they in dresses.
I don't understand that whole thing with the dresses. I don't get it, man. When did that become fashionable? I don't.
Yeah, who said, okay, oh boy, that's cool. Oh, I'm gonna do that too. And you're feminizing all these men. And it's always the black men.
Yeah, yeah.
Because back they would have kilts, and we pick at them and call them dresses. Mm-hmm. Now, it's okay.
Yeah, and people they looking at like it's being fashion forward and trying to taking on these European styles and it's expensive. This is Balenciaga and this is Gucci and it's still a dress.
It's a dress. And you feminize all these black men, find themselves becoming attracted to other black men. Two men can't make a baby.
Yeah. There you go.
You think and now our growth is stunted.
Yeah. And I remember, I'm trying to think of when this happened. You can almost start with the Diddy era, the shiny suit era. It became more
flashy.
And
and you sit back and look at it, because you know my favorite cartoon, the Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
When they had the story of Gangstalicious, and he had a song talking about do the homie, all this stuff.
It's all been there. Huh?
It's been there. It's been underlying the whole time, and now they're just becoming more and more bold with it.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. I just didn't see it coming, but it's here, and a lot of people are participating in it, man. That you wouldn't think would participate in it.
And you would think that somebody would say, "Man, that ain't cool." But no, they ain't saying that.
But can you say it's not cool anymore without being called homophobic?
Who cares?
And canceled? They do.
And see that's the difference in the position I'm in and the position they're in. they're in a position where they have to be popular.
Right. Yeah.
So
They
they will compromise things just to keep their popularity. It's not worth it to me. And it shouldn't be worth it to them.
It should, man. And a lot of people blame women, black women in particular, for not calling these men out. And saying, you know what, that's for girls. This is feminine. Like, why you wearing fingernail polish? Because they accept these feminine men now. They like it or something. I don't know why. They like that. I blame them. Sorry. It's true. It's true.
Well, since you opened that door,
go ahead.
It's that culture, though, where women who run the world, where women, a lot of women, let me just say, a lot of women like that because that makes them the head.
Makes them more powerful.
Yeah. I don't need you, and look at you. You looking like you're looking, and that makes them run the whole show.
That's an interesting take.
So they want a punkified man.
Yeah.
So they can tell him what to do.
And I can see that part. I'm just thinking they like it. It's attractive to them. Like it makes him seem more not weak, but makes him seem more vulnerable. Like he's in touch with his feminine side.
He's really in touch with his feminine side. We too in touch with his feminine side. He's just feminine. Yeah, I mean, clearly these guys are doing it for a reason.
You got the football player. What's his name for USC? He's been wearing a dress. He's got his
Caleb Williams.
He's got his fingernails painted. He's a big football guy. So it's not just the music industry.
Yeah. Well, Duke Jared McCain gets his nails painted.
And it's just like, how did we get here, man? Like, I'm not knocking anybody for their sexuality. That's on them. I don't want to come off homophobic, but at the same time.
Oh, I ain't afraid, but yeah.
But you know what I mean? I'm not being homophobic. What's the appeal? Like, why are straight men in particular why are they painting their fingernails and doing all these feminine things? Like, why? What
does a man want to be like a woman for?
Is it because women have so much power in this world?
I will say, I've heard it before. If God made anything better than a woman, he kept it to himself. But that don't make me want to be one.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, because they're doing things that women actually do, painting their nails, and that's one thing for you to get a pedicure. That's take care of your feet. And if they start painting your nails pink when they do it, that's a problem. you walking around in a dress, that's a problem. You know, I have no problem with a man wearing pink. I got plenty of pink. But I like the color pink. But not because I think it make me look pretty.
You just like the color.
I just like the color. I don't know why men want to be more feminized now, but it's not a good look.
But do you think it's because women are more, I don't want to say masculine now. They more, I'm going to say it. They're more masculine now. They're more powerful now. They hold a lot more positions now. They're head of households now.
That's daddy fault, but yeah.
They're not. A lot of times the men are not in the home with these young men. You think that plays a part?
I think that, that can go two ways. I think that plays a part in the women's mentality of I've been doing it by myself. I don't need a man. So when a man comes into my life, I'm gonna put him in his place automatically. I don't need you. I've been doing this all by myself. Now, if you want to come and help, that's fine, but I don't need you. Everybody want to feel needed.
Right.
When a man hears that, a man feels less than a man already. So even if he's not wearing a dress or anything, he feels less. Some masculinity has left because she done punked him out. Then on the other hand, you got little boys being raised by mama, and all they're around is aunties and their little cousins, and they see all they know is the girl stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Like, there's not a coincidence you see a lot more younger men with longer hair going to the hair salon, because they grew up in the hair salon, probably going with their mom, getting their hair done. It's a real thing. People like, oh, that's not true. It's true.
It's real. It's real. That's what they've been around. It's nurture, not nature. This is what they see. They're all I got is little girl cousins, and I'm around. My mom was raising me, and we go to my auntie's house, or we sit at the salon, and they start being attracted to feminine stuff, not being attracted in a way to wanting to be with something feminine, but they want to be more feminine in their ways because that's all they see.
All they see, and it's not their fault.
It's not their fault at all.
It's not their fault. It's the dad's fault. A lot
it's
of times,
the dad's fault
for not saying, taking that young man to the barbershop.
There you go. And I guess my coworker, her son is 2, and he's a little white kid, but he has never had a haircut. And she'll show me pictures of him. And the little boy's precious. And the first thing I say is, get that boy's haircut and don't give him a man bun,
which is just a ponytail.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, my husband want me to get his haircut, but I ain't. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, he need to go ahead and get that, because just as you think it's cute when they're little and people can't figure out is that a boy or a girl,
right?
But boy, he's just so pretty. He keep hearing that all his life. And one day when your son get 13, 14 and tell you he's a girl, you're going to lose your mind.
Yeah. It's just like there's not established gender roles anymore. Like they kind of got blurred. The lines are blurred.
If I could quote your future governor, ain't but 2 genders.
That's Mark Robinson. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we took it somewhere else, but I think it needed to be taken there though, because it's a lot to do with what's going on here with Diddy.
It is, and let Jason Whitlock tell it. His daddy abandoned him when he was 3, even though his daddy got killed. But there's still not that influence,
right?
And even if kids without the father there, now they might have some uncles around. Most time, the uncles are the F-ups.
Yeah, a lot of times
they teach the kids the trouble to get into that ain't got no daddy. They ain't trying to raise them. They show them how to get in trouble.
Sometimes, yeah.
So yeah,
be careful who you pick as your male role model too. Can't just be just because he's a dude.
Yeah. Just don't put a dude in their life just so you got a dude in their life. If he ain't about nothing, he ain't about nothing. You don't want your son to grow up being about nothing.
Yeah,
keep him away.
Well, yeah, it's a real issue, man, when it comes to this. But back to Diddy.
Yeah. Well, let me challenge the dudes, man. If you're gonna make it, raise it.
Yeah, I agree totally. Male or female, if it's a boy or girl, raise them, because daughters,
that's right.
They need the dads too. But
you can go back to Diddy now.
yeah, we went on a rant. But it need to be said though. It's true, man. I see a lot of this. It's no coincidence that this stuff is happening. And I just want to know why. Why our culture? You don't see it in any other culture, really.
No, it's us, and you know we. It's like we have become so comfortable with making babies and moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we'll leave the woman just, and it happens both ways.
Yeah.
But you know, in most cases, we'll leave the woman hanging out there, raising the child, trying to teach a boy how to be a man, trying to show a girl how a man should treat them, and your man ain't there, the one who their daddy ain't there. So what? It's all kinds of dysfunction that goes on, and it's created by the parents.
Yeah. And women think that they can be a father for some reason. That's what society nowadays teaching. I got to be the mom and the dad. Do you?
No, you really don't. No, you really
Shouldn't
don't.
have to.
And you know, a lot of times on Father's Day, they'll talk about happy Father's Day to all the dads and to all the moms who are playing the role of dad. No, they got a day. That's called Mother's Day.
Yeah, I don't like that when I see it. I don't see it as much as I used to because I think a lot of people complain. Like,
yeah, they got a day. It's Mother's Day. It ain't Father's Day.
Yeah.
Father's Day is for the fathers.
Yeah. Don't put that. Call the dad out that's not there.
There you go.
Let it be a call out day.
Yeah, but don't make the mama think she's the daddy because she's not. She's the mama.
And can never be the dad. Can never really show the young man, how to be a man.
No,
it's just you can't.
You can't. There are certain things that a man has to teach a boy.
Yeah.
And a woman can't do it.
And there are positive male figures out there that can help you, that would be probably willing to help you, whether it's a grandfather, whether sometimes a good uncle out there.
Yeah, not the drunk uncle, but a good uncle.
Yeah, not the fun uncle.
Yeah, not the one that they want to go around.
Yeah, just some values and something, man. Because I hate to see that on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to me as a mom.
No, you had Mother's Day. It came the month before Father's Day. You already had today.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. People gonna be mad at you for this, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, that's what we stand on, man. Is the right thing, and we're not homophobic at all. You gay,
no.
You gay.
If you're gay, you're gay. I stand with the Bible on it. But that's your choice. We all have free will.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna hate you because you feel that, because you have the same sex attraction. I'm gonna try to show you the love of Christ that's in me. But yeah, I'm not gonna hate you.
No.
Problem is, we live in a country where those who are Christians hate others. Christ didn't have no part of hate.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, we're not into that hating, but at the same time, we call it how we see it.
We gotta call it how we see it.
All right, we see it. And it's definitely been a change within the last 15, 20, probably 20 years when it comes to this culture and how you say they feminize black men in particular.
We've been feminized. That's a problem.
Yeah. So men, we have to step up and show them like, hey, we don't do that.
Yeah, that's not how we roll. Put the Barbie doll down. It's just a doll, okay. But this stuff, this is a gateway.
Yeah. And women are like, well, I want them to be open to ideas, and you can be accepting to people and things without being them. You can love women without wanting to be one.
There you go. Yeah, your best way to honor them is to love them, not say I want to be one.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think just going back to Puff, I think that's probably where they're taking a lot of his these allegations and using his homosexuality, possibly, allegedly, or bisexuality against him in this case. And
Yeah,
they're going to use that. They've been talking about, you know, him with men. If that's the case, if there's not an assault or trafficking or drugs, then where's the case?
we punishing him because he has a life, because he sins in a way we don't.
Yeah, a sin is a sin.
People are good for beating up the sin they don't do.
You think this will shake up the industry though? As far as music, you think people will be more reserved with what they do and or cautious? No.
No, I think that train is off the tracks.
Mm.
Yeah, I
What
think
does this mean for hip hop though, as a genre? You think it's like a stain, another stain on it?
hip hop got a lot of stains. It'll keep rolling. All that's gonna happen is the Diddy portion of hip hop is gonna be moved away.
Do you realize how huge?
That's a big portion. That's a big chunk. But they'll somebody else will be put in place. And I almost sound like Whitlock saying that, but trust me, I don't want. There'll be somebody else to come along, and I think hip hop will keep right on rolling, because hip hop at 5, 6, 7 years old ain't what it is at 50.
It's not, but I'm just saying, as far as the past, when you look at, let's just say late 80s and all through the 90s, is all a lot of bad boy music. Yeah. Between Jodeci, starting at Jodeci all the way to Biggie and all these artists, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
I mean, I may be blasphemous to say that he's the Quincy Jones of hip hop.
You're not.
I'm not.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, that's one man's opinion. I don't think you're blasphemous. You can't change that stuff that happened though.
But you can cancel. You can cancel his music.
You're gonna wipe out that portion of history because you don't like that. How you don't like that portion of history?
It's huge. It's been done, and they're attempting to do it. And with R. Kelly, we see it.
So, do you think they should wipe that portion out?
I totally don't think they should. I don't want them to, because I don't know, man. I don't think he put out sexual, explicit, really music. I think he put out hip hop music, and I don't think it's related to what's going on here.
So, at some point, you got to separate the messenger from the message.
Yeah.
The music is the music. The hits he made are the hits he made. I can't go back in history and erase him out of it. Ain't nobody take OJ's Heisman.
Yeah, you're right. But if these allegations are true, and like everything from the sexual assault, they will attempt to erase this man from the music industry.
And they shouldn't. They can't. But you know, that because of that mentality, that's why people try to erase slavery out of history books. Mm. It was real. It was wrong. But it was a part of history.
But do we forgive? I mean, really, as a people, do we really forgive for slavery? Not saying that we have to, but I'm just saying that we really say, oh, that was in the past.
I think that we kind of slavery slavery was what it was. It's the residue of slavery that makes it hard for us to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't never heard, I can't remember the last time I heard a black person blame stuff on slavery. Now, a white person would say, you weren't a slave.
Yeah.
But we'll blame stuff on white supremacy.
Yeah, it's the residue.
Like the residue of slavery. But we ain't just never said it's because of slavery. It's the residue.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I might say because of slavery, because I mean, we know it's the residue. And we lived that. We talked about it. We're products of that. What happened? Jim Crow, redlining, and all these different things that we're products of. We can't erase that. Like you said, that's part of the history, the struggle.
It happened.
But
You
again, we
learn
can't.
from it, you grow from it.
Yeah, and you can't erase that. And going back to him, they're going to try to. If these allegations are true, it's going to be hard for them to justify playing music, particularly music that he's actually featured on.
So, but if you want to erase him, so we ain't gonna hear no more Jodeci, we ain't gonna hear Mary J, we ain't gonna hear Hypnotize.
That would be hard to really get. Like I said, it had to be on songs that he's actually probably featured on.
Yeah,
maybe.
take that.
Yeah, all that, which he did mostly just, he ain't really a rapper like that. He did a lot of ad libs and dance.
So yeah, I just don't think now that, like I said, they may not play songs with him on the radio.
Yeah.
All them other artists, all those bad boy artists, they're gonna get played. You might even hear another Bad Creation. That's a bad boy.
Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Dallas Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Crisscross was Jermaine.
Yeah. Dallas Austin was ABC. Yeah. He didn't really have any kids.
He didn't really have no, and that's good, especially with all this stuff out now. The thing he didn't really have a kid.
He did have Usher. And a little kid named Sammy. I don't know if you ever heard of Sammy.
I heard of Sammy.
Yeah, he was one of his proteges. But it's sad to erase this guy, man. I don't know. It's not. I'm not celebrating this downfall.
No,
at all. Because, like I said, he's close to being a billionaire. If he wasn't a billionaire at one point,
it was at one point,
and he changed the game from people just being in the music industry, being a rapper, to being a mogul.
Exactly. That's him. He's the one that got this going. You can't erase him from, no matter how jacked up his decisions may have been or things that he may or may not have done. You can't erase it. That he can't erase it.
Yeah. So, but if this is true, man, hey, he should go down. That's all.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go, Diddy. Gotta go.
Yeah. Well, speaking of music, we'll stay with a little music. You heard Cowboy Carter, man. Give me your take, your review on Cowboy Carter, Beyonce's new country album. You sleep.
That ain't even country.
Nah,
I don't know what it is, but it ain't country.
It's kind of pop R&B ish, I guess.
I like the Ya 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 song that ain't country.
That's my favorite on there. That's my standout is Ya Ya. That's pretty clever. I thought that was clever.
Yeah, it's not country.
What would you give it? Yeah, go ahead.
If I walk into a garage with a screwdriver in my hand, does that make me a mechanic?
You're right. But she did have Dolly P was on the album. This is Dolly P. How you be?
I thought they was gonna at least do a song with her.
No, she decided she's just gonna redo her song. Poorly. No, it wasn't bad.
I mean, it actually wasn't bad. It was one of the few good ones.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, there's some songs on there, but I mean, it wasn't great.
I'm looking for a country album.
A real country album.
Yeah, this. You can't just say, "Hey, this is country."
Yeah,
what she should have said is, "This album identifies as country."
Yeah, exactly.
Because it sure ain't.
Yeah, because what it is, it's an album. It's a Beyonce album or R&B pop album with country cosigns.
Yeah,
she got co-signed by Willie Nelson and Mandrell, and all these 3 country artists.
Yeah. So I mean, if I listened to it thinking it was, see what I got thrown off track because I looked up at the TV and LSU was playing UCLA and Angel Reese. They up 4 with 39 seconds left, and she looking at the crowd.
Yeah, I can't stand
Calling them
Angel.
losers. Yeah, I
Oh,
might want Caitlin Clark to beat them. But if I'm judging this album on, it's supposed to be a country album, I give it about a 3 or 4 out of 10.
yeah, I gave it about a 5 because that one song, and I like that Miley Cyrus song was pretty good.
It was all right.
It was all right. It was a couple on there, like I said, maybe like 4. But it was such a long album, like 20 some songs. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't country.
And I get why she made it. She wanted to be defiant. She wanted to be like, all right, look at me now. I can do this.
But you didn't prove you can do it, honey.
Not really. Not to me. Not to me.
Just because you call it Cowboy Carter and you call it country, that don't make it country.
Yeah.
I identify as a $1 billion white man. Am I? No.
Light. You all light skin.
Go look at my bank account. Hey, look at my credit.
That's proof.
Just because I call it that don't make it it. Man, that's not a country album.
It wasn't it, man. I'm sorry. I wanted to like this. I'll be honest with you, because I was like, oh, maybe she's gonna really come with it. And just, I don't know.
I went in with an open mind.
I did too.
My wife heard me listening to it. She said, that sucks.
Kind of does. There's a lot of like.
And I'd go to the next song. That sucks too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna do well. You know it's gonna sell.
Oh, it's gonna do well, and they're gonna be Beyonce fans that are at our throats.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Yeah,
that's just our opinion.
Y'all can't honestly tell me y'all think this is country.
Yeah.
The 2 songs she put out before is more country than these other 25, except for Jolene, and that's a remake.
That's a remake.
Yeah. And one of the songs I didn't realize, what is it? Black Butterfly, Black Cadillac, Black something. It was a Beatles song.
Yeah.
What is
That's what I said. Is this really country, or is this just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Let's see.
It's not country. Blackbird.
Yeah, Beatles. Yeah.
All right, so maybe it ain't Black Cadillac, but
yeah,
that was a Beatles song. Beatles wasn't country.
She would have been better off doing a tribute and doing some country covers.
Doing some covers. And then, you know what? If she did that, then you would know really if she could do it.
Yeah.
And then she could step into the genre doing real country music.
Oh, yeah. I would love to hear her do some Patsy Cline crazy. I'd love to hear Beyonce hit those high notes.
But she ain't do that.
I would love it, man. But yeah, this was like,
This is a Beyonce album. I'm just gonna show y'all, and I'm gonna call y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this country, and y'all gonna believe me because I'm Beyonce.
Yeah.
Girl, bye.
Yeah. This wasn't it, B. Sorry. I mean, I ain't even like Renaissance either. Like, she done came up with 2 duds to me. I don't know.
She's not pushed anymore.
I think she's comfortable in the music industry.
She can cruise, and everybody's still gonna be like, all right, we got that new Beyonce.
And they gonna love it no matter what.
Yeah. So I'm a cruise. Why am I gonna put out real effort?
Fandom.
Yeah.
Fandom has hurt the music industry. It's destroyed it. They don't have to try.
But it's been like that. We both Big Daddy Kane fans. As time went on, Big Daddy put out some trash.
He did.
But we tried to explain it away. Well, you gotta listen to this song right here. This song, man, there's 15 songs on that album.
One song, one or two.
Yeah, but see, so fans have been doing stupid stuff all along. It's just now they've got so many and they're so rabid.
Yeah. Social media, they're not gonna let you critique too much.
Oh no,
not their artists, not their favorite artists.
They're gonna hurt your feelings, and you're gonna end up blocking them.
Mm-hmm. This is not. It's like almost people don't want to even give an opinion anymore because they're afraid they'll be attacked.
Yeah, and that's the problem, and that's why things go the way they are, because nobody's gonna speak up because they're afraid of what's gonna happen.
And that's what makes bad music. That's why we have so much bad music out.
We got a lot of it, bro. We got a lot. ALOT.
You're right. Speaking of bad material, man, Good Times reboot on Netflix. This was, if you haven't seen it, they're going to try to reboot the sitcom, the 70s sitcom Good Times from Netflix. It's a cartoon, it's an animated series with so many stereotypes.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah. Now I'm gonna watch a couple episodes.
Are you?
That's Seth MacFarlane.
I don't know if I could stomach it.
Hey man, the Family Guy is funny.
Never
Cleveland
watched it.
was funny. You never watched Family Guy?
Nope, neither one. Never seen it. I heard it was funny.
You need to watch a couple episodes of Family Guy or the Cleveland Show.
Okay, I might.
And like with Family Guy, with those, nothing is safe on those. They're pretty politically incorrect. I think the biggest issue with this is you calling it Good Times. Good Times hold a special place in the heart of a lot of us.
Right.
The first Black nuclear family in the sitcom ever.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew where they grew up. We knew what they were in the hood, but they were getting life lessons, and they were doing the right things. When JJ joins the gang, they get JJ out of the gang. They have the theme of JJ's fiance, she's on drugs. They have that after school special. Thelma ain't out there getting pregnant. They were a good family who was in a bad circumstance, but who were loving one another through it.
Right.
Hence, it was good times, even in bad times. For them to take that name and put this stuff on there, that's where the problem comes. Well, but I'm going to watch at least one so I can criticize.
I don't even think I can even. I don't even think it should come out. I think this is a mistake. Because like you said, it takes away from the original, like what it really meant to people. And it makes a mockery out of such a good show. It's part of our culture. It's part of our history. And, people may joke like, oh, JJ was a clown. He was a buffoon on the show. But at the same time, you had to have that for these shows to survive. You had to have that comic relief. But it was done in a tasteful way. You had a balance with the father there, the stern father, and the son who was the militant midget. And you had all those things. Now they got on this new show a drug dealing kid.
A drug dealing baby.
Come on now, man. It's like a spoof. Like, are y'all serious right now?
And if they had given it another name, named it something else, people might have watched it. They would have complained about it. But to relate it to Good Times, that's not cool. It's not cool. And Steph Curry need to be talked to.
Yeah, Steph Curry is on there as one of them, I guess, executive producers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he got duped. He got tricked into that. I'm sure he didn't know what he was signing off on. There's no way.
He couldn't have. He couldn't have known, because I mean it's like I said, I'm a watch. And my wife, God bless her, She said, "I'm just at a point in life where I just want to laugh." So she's gonna try to separate it from the real good times, but I don't see how you can. And these are supposed to be the next generation of the Evans family.
Yeah, that's what
Now,
I don't.
now, if you remember when Good Times ended, Keith had signed a contract with the Bears. Walona and Florida was moving out of the ghetto.
Right.
So whatever happened during their good times, now they're back in the ghetto shooting at each other.
Yeah, but this ain't it though. This is just a spoof, really, of the real show, the original.
Yeah.
And what they're gonna do is take this and erase what it was. Just like Kanye gave a great example. This is one of my favorite examples he gave. He said, what they did with that movie with Chadwick Boseman called Black Panther, they erased what his parents were in, the original Black Panther Party. If you Google Black Panther now, the first thing you're gonna see is this movie, this character, this Marvel show instead of what the Black Panther Party was. Yeah. So it's a motive behind this stuff.
Everything they do is for a reason.
It's for a reason, and that reason is to erase the show. The kids will never know really what the original was. They're gonna know this show on Netflix, and it was nothing like.
Absolutely nothing like this.
So. I can't even give it a chance. Once they said a drug dealing baby, I checked out. I'm like, really? That's where we are.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch one. Just so I can. I mean, I know what it's about. You can tell what it's about.
Yeah,
it's like a train wreck. I just got to see.
And it's not a coincidence that it's animated. It's animated because they'll never will be able to get actors to sign off on this. They're just gonna get voices.
Exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't have. Like, no, I respect the show Good Times too much.
Yeah.
To come on here and do this.
Wow, there's more bigger things out here, and we got worried about Good Times and Diddy.
Yeah, look, we are.
This is especially Good Times. I'm sorry, that show, man, that was really a huge part of our culture, man. I mean, I caught the reruns. Obviously, we both did.
Yeah,
but it was huge.
It was a big thing, and yeah, for it to be erased, because that's like you said, that's exactly what's going to happen. Is it's going to be erased.
It's going to be erased, man. And what they do, if this is a success, what they'll do is let's reach back and get the Jeffersons too. Let's get the Cosby Show. Let's make it into something else.
That's what I'd be looking for, the Cosby Show, for them to ruin it.
Yeah, I mean, it's already ruined to a certain degree because of the allegations with Bill Cosby. I mean, it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? It may be to you, but a lot of people.
It when you watch it now, it stands the test of time. But a lot of people will watch it and see Bill and start thinking this stuff about Bill. Mm-hmm. But it was good TV.
Yeah.
And it was good, wholesome family TV.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Once you erase that, man, I mean, that's it. Because, like I said, this is a success, which it could be. Netflix.
And it probably will be. It probably will be.
But when the original people don't sign off on it, that should tell you. They don't sign off.
That's your real sign right there. But I don't know.
A drug dealing baby. That's all I gotta say. A drug dealing baby, man. That's what we come to.
Hey,
how is that funny to us? Like,
it's Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, you ain't never watched Family Guy.
I haven't. And
You need to watch it though. You need to watch it at least a couple episodes.
Yeah, but even if I watch
You're
it,
gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh.
I'll probably laugh. But why? Good times though. Just make it
That
original. Make something original.
that's the thing right there. If it was just a ridiculous show, people are gonna criticize it for being black people in the hood. But it's not good times. Because Family Guy is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They ain't in the hood, but it's a ridiculous show.
Yeah.
But it's the fact they had the Cleveland show, and it was pretty much a spinoff with the black guy Cleveland and he wasn't in the hood, and it was funny.
Right.
Them taking it to the hood is what really makes it. So I guess they figured if we're gonna take it to the hood, black people are gonna complain anyway. Let's throw the name Good Times on it. And if you throw Good Times on it, black people will watch. No.
They was already in the hood, yeah. And then you talk about Cleveland. I even heard that Cleveland, the voice is a white guy.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
You can find a black man do a black voice.
If you listen to Cleveland talk, I can believe it.
As a white man. Yeah.
Yeah, I can believe that.
I want to know who these voices are. And are they doing the original characters? Is there a JJ and a Michael?
No, they are descendants.
They're descendants
of the Evans family.
So put us back in the hood.
Yeah. Because in one of those clips, they mentioned that patriarch James Evans. So yeah, they're descendants. We're the new Evans family.
The black struggle. It'll be here tomorrow. I heard that. I heard that on the previews. I'm like, wow, here we go.
Yeah. It's they should have left Good Times alone.
But do you think they're doing this because of the obsession with the hood in our culture, period? We do have an obsession with the hood.
I never understood why. Yeah, because even people who get out want to go back in.
Man, I can go anywhere. Man, I can go to any hood. That's like the thing. I can go to any hood in the city, in the US.
Why would I want to?
Yeah, and if you live there, hey, that's where you live.
There you go. But most people want better. Now, sometimes you're in a situation where this is where you are, and you're trying to bloom where you're planted. Yeah. But if where you live and how you live, two different things. I can live in the hood and not have a hood mentality.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just because that's the place where you're planted, that don't mean you got to think the same way.
There you go.
But there are people who will live in that area, come out of that area, don't change their thinking, and go back.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if God bless me to get out of something, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but you hear it all in the music. All in the music, it's all about this hood stuff. It's all about being from the hood, being in the hood. I can go back to the hood. Everybody's in the hood. Come to the hood.
Yeah, and half of them ain't from the hood.
Yeah,
but it sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds real good. And then you have this new show saying, you know what? Let's put them back in the hood. Yeah, we know they got out of the hood. The descendants or the
let's put them back. Well, but see, the PJs didn't come under this much fire.
That was what, 1997, 98?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. I remember a little bit, but not much. Not very much. I do remember a little.
I mean, they had a crackhead on the show. They didn't. But I don't know. It's just, I guess it's just different.
Yeah.
And I actually liked the PJs.
Did you?
I was younger though. I'm in my mid-20s.
Yeah.
And it was funny to me.
Yeah.
You never watched the PJs?
Nah, I never watched it. I remember when it was on, like the late 90s, but I never watched it. I didn't. I was thinking Eddie Murphy was falling off. I don't know, kind of.
I mean, he was then.
It was a decline for him.
But yeah, I like the PJs.
Yeah, because even back then I was thinking like, I don't know. I was still thinking like, why are they making a cartoon about the projects?
Projects.
It was unheard of. You think about it, it was unheard of, man.
But it was good.
Was it? See, I ain't know, but
And he loved his wife.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was good.
And this could be something good. It ain't the previews
Well,
don't.
yeah, the previews don't do it injustice when he talked about he wish he wore a condom or something when he had the. They really don't do it.
Oh my god, that's crazy, man. Who would have thought that would be where we are with comedy?
But they're already getting backlash, so we'll see what happens.
They are, but you know what? I'm thinking, Netflix does this periodically. They'll put out something controversial and get everybody riled up, and then they'll show it or they'll take it off eventually. You remember they did that with that show with those little kids? I don't know if you remember that might have been a cheerleading show or something with minors in it.
I think so. Yeah.
I can't even remember the name of the show, but yeah, that they had an issue with that. And then you had your Dave Chappelle special where he was talking about transphobe, the transgender people.
Well, that's any Dave Chappelle show.
That's true. And they didn't shy away. They didn't remove it. They just kept it on there, and it did well. And this will bring attention to it too. Like you said, you want to see it. People are gonna want to watch it to see what it's about.
They're gonna want to watch it to complain. It's just like my daughter was telling me the other day, because I sit here at the house, Daddy, you giving Jason Whitlock what he wants. You've already followed and you've already listened. He don't care if you don't agree with him.
Good point.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. But I got to fuss with him.
Yeah. That's just kind of where we are, man. We like to hear people on the opposing side. I do. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I like to hear it and disagree.
I do, and I try to listen because I hope that at some point I'll hear something that makes me think as opposed to something that makes me mad.
And sometimes you do. That's the thing. Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you do. Here lately with Whitlock, I haven't. Now I started to listen to this Steph Curry one, and I can see some things where he's right.
Why do you think Steph did this? You think it was a money grab?
I think Steph's people said, "Hey, Steph, you can do this remake of Good Times," and he was like, "Oh man, that sounds good. Here, sign on."
Which a lot of people would have done.
Yeah, and Steph might not even know what this show's about.
He's young. He didn't grow up watching it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll keep his name attached to this?
They will tell him don't.
But if he's signed,
because you can't just have Seth MacFarlane and Norman Lear's names on there.
Yeah, I found that interesting. Norman Lear was on there,
but there's no way. There's no way he signed off on his classic show being done this way.
He's dead, so it's people in his family. His estate. He signed off on there.
They said, "Here, give me the money." Give me
money grab. All of it's a money grab, man. That's why I was like, do you think Steph is this clueless about what this show, how significant it was in the 70s to our culture?
He may. I mean, he grew up in a black family. I mean, they wasn't in the projects because his daddy played in the NBA. But,
yeah, I don't think he knew.
He may not have known. He really may not have known.
I don't see LeBron signing off on anything like
no.
this. Huh?
No, he wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, and he'd call him out on it. Yeah, he wouldn't do it.
His agent had to know about this. His agent is one who probably is to blame.
And you're like, why did you even approach me with this?
Yeah,
What made you think I was gonna sign on to this? Why?
Yeah, yeah. It'll be a little uproar. I mean, he is signed with Under Armour too, right?
Yep,
Oh man,
that's because Nike didn't pronounce his name right.
I really never see anybody wearing Steph Curry's. They wear those?
Very rare.
I don't see
I
'em.
can't think of anybody who wear them.
I ain't even
I
seen.
mean,
I don't
my
even know what
daughter
they
got
look
some,
like.
but she's like big.
She likes. Yeah, she's a big Warriors fan too.
I don't know what they look like anymore. I think she got them like when they first came out. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I can't
Yeah,
remember what they even look
but
like.
yeah, I don't know what they look like.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you let me know how it
But
is,
you
though,
know,
man. Let me know how the time.
she got a bunch of shirts out though.
What, Under Armour? Steph. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got you, man.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what it's like.
Please let me
I
know
might
what
not
the
even.
time.
Comes out April 12th.
April 12th. Yeah.
Comes out April 12th. Yep.
Yeah, let me know, man. I know you probably. It's gonna be funny if you like McFarlane. People love him. Like you said, you like all his shows.
Yeah, he's
You
kind of
might
crass.
like this show.
He's very crass.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But I
Yeah.
also don't. Now, you know the type of shows I watch. I don't find humor
Mm-hmm.
in Black Hood stories. Now I can
Right.
find interest in them, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
find humor in it. So this is where I'm gonna see where I stand with it.
Yeah. Are you exploiting the Black struggle or people in the hood? Are you
And
exploiting them?
you're actually making fun of it.
That's what it feels like.
It's one thing if there's a hood movie and it shows all the violence and in certain extents it's like they glorify it. That's a whole nother issue. But when you make fun of it,
It's different, right?
it's different. It's different.
It's different. It's not the same. It's not the same thing. Making fun. Yeah. And it's like, who's getting paid for this? Like, is any money going to Eric Monte? Is it going to his estate?
And now on one thing in the I was reading like the Netflix announcement. They did mention Eric Monte from the Eric Monte and Mike Evans
Mm-hmm. And
as
Mike Evans.
the original, but they didn't. But that's all they really did, and they just did that to say this is a reboot.
Yeah. And we talked about this before. Too many reboots.
Too
No original
many.
thoughts. No original ideas.
Can't come up with anything. Come on.
Please
You can't
come
tell me people were just funny back then, and they're not funny now.
I'm starting to wonder, man. I mean,
Well, it's like they don't want to put in the effort to think of something. They were like, well, this worked before. Let's do it now.
yeah, let's just redo it because there's a generation of people who don't know about it. Let's go ahead and try it again.
They got to do better.
Let's try it again. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see more like different strokes and all these shows.
We won't see another Fred Sanford or Archie Bunker.
You might. Now, what if they come out with an animated version of Sanford and Son? Would you watch it?
Oh yeah.
I knew it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd have to see how it was gonna, what they were gonna do. They're supposed to come out with, and this was a show I used to love. They're supposed to be coming out with an animated Married with Children.
That might be all right.
But it ain't gonna be hood and shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Good times. One time JJ got shot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now they got somebody shooting down the street or something. They shooting at each other like
they were shooting out the windows at each other, right? Both apartment complexes.
Oh my God. Like
that wasn't good times.
That's not what it was originally. No, it was far from that. It was like a kind of a wholesome show if you really think about it.
It was almost like an after school special.
Yeah, it dealt with like abuse, domestic abuse, child abuse, drugs.
Yeah.
This is more of a, like I said, a spoof. It's like a making fun
It's,
of it.
it's glorifying everything. That
Ignorant.
it's like we are making fun of this.
Yeah,
That's a problem.
that's a real problem, man. I don't know. Doesn't surprise me though. I wasn't shocked. I was like, yeah, this makes sense. It's how to,
I'm gonna watch one
yeah. Let me know, man.
because I want to see just how far they relate themselves to the Evans family.
Mm. Yeah.
We'll see.
I want to hear what James Amos. I wonder what he has to say. James Amos. Gave him a Spanish name. Amos.
That's
James
John.
Amos.
That's
Oh,
John.
I'm sorry. John
Yeah,
Amos.
he was James
Yeah.
Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
it'd
No.
be interesting to hear what he had to say. I bet Netflix will never release them asking him about it because there's no way he's gonna say that's a good thing.
Well, he was done with Good Times when it was on. Like he didn't
Yeah.
like the direction it was going anyway.
Yeah, because of JJ's buffoonery.
Yeah, he was done with it. Florida too.
So you know this ain't gonna. Yeah, that's why they wrote her off to Arizona.
Yeah, she was done with it. So they definitely not gonna sign off on this animated version where there's a drug dealing baby.
So and like you say, it's a bad thing when the original people, like you got, like James is still alive and they don't say anything about, because they don't, because he's not gonna want to be associated with it.
It would be hard to be associated with, even if there was a check involved. Which, if there was a check involved, he might be on board. I don't know.
I don't know if he was principled enough to get put off the show before.
True.
Yeah, I don't think he. Which, I mean, I don't know his money situation.
Yeah. I don't see him on too many things. Like, I mean, not lately.
He's old.
He's old, man. And while we talk, yeah, go ahead.
He's at a point where he should just sit down.
Yeah,
he's old.
Yeah,
I want to get to that point in life where I can just sit down. I shouldn't have to be like these singers and stuff. I shouldn't be 75 or 84 like Smokey and having to do concerts.
Thanks. Yeah,
I just want to be somewhere and chilling.
Yeah, and that's where Diddy probably should have been in life. Chilling. Yeah. Should have made enough music chilling.
Just look, I'm gonna get up in the morning and see, what do I feel like doing today? Oh, nothing. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep, and chill. Yeah. And while we're talking about actors, man, rest in peace to Lou Gossett Jr., man. He passed away. First black actor to win a supporting Oscar.
Yep.
Was it Officer and a Gentleman?
I think so.
Yeah.
But I know he was the first to do that. Yeah.
Wow.
Great actor.
He was, man. And he was the first man I seen really embrace the bald head.
Yep.
Right?
He was bald when bald wasn't cool.
He was. Original bald head. Rest in peace.
And he was Mr.'s daddy on the New Color Purple.
Was he? He was in there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was Mr.'s daddy.
That was his last role.
Color Purple. When I see him in.
I'll have to check it out. I mean, I might still have to check that out. But
yeah, man. You go in and you know what it's going to be. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, bro. Good show, man. You got anything else you want to get off your chest? Anything we leave out?
I think we hit it. Here's some that I know this will air on Monday, but this will never grow old. Yes, he is risen.
He is risen.
Remember that.
Yep. Remember that, man. That's your positive note? That's
it. If you can't get no more positivity than he is risen.
He is risen, man. Absolutely. Good show, man. I appreciate you as always, brother.
All right, man. Love you, man.
Love you too. That's been another episode of Culture No Cap. Please subscribe, comment. Please comment and subscribe. Do all the things. Like it. Peace.
Peace.